Disgraced actor Ezra Miller shocked fans last night by attending the Flash premiere and broke their silence after all the legal controversies from last year. But will it be enough to save the Flash from doom? Well, early estimates are saying perhaps not. Hey up everyone, it's me, Steph, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, looking after Popcorned Planet whilst Andy is on holiday at the moment. And yes, Ezra Miller shocked fans last night by attending the Flash premiere and also broke their silence after all the legal embroilments and controversies from last year. Now, Miller does use the they and them pronouns, which respectfully I will try and endeavour to maintain. I may slip up. It's not intentional. I'm just trying to be respectful, okay? But what did Ezra Miller say on the red carpet? Because they did break their silence. So, Ezra Miller thanked the executives for their, quote, grace and discernment and care in the context of their life and for bringing this moment to fruition. The Fantastic Beasts star also went on to share their love for director Andy Muschietti as well. They also praised Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, Warner Brothers Film Group heads Michael DeLuca, Pam Abdi, and DC Studios James Gunn and Peter Safran in a speech, which, in other words, they are praising their bosses to try and, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, be sacked from future The Flash appearances and films. Let me just put it that way. But Ezra Miller continues saying, I think you're amazing and I think your work is monumental. Now, this comes from last year's most public apology. So in a statement, they apologised for their behaviour in recent years that actually has led to arrests stemming from nasty allegations, let's put it that way for the YouTube human reviewer there. They said, having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, and I understand that I'm suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment. I want to apologise to everyone that I've alarmed and upset with my past behaviour. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe and productive stage in my life. And, I mean, looking at them does look more healthy, more safe, stable. They certainly look like that. However, is it enough to save the Flash movie? Well, if the public outcry is anything to go by, perhaps not. So, one social media user asked, after, Ezra Miller broke their silence last night at the premiere, seriously, so Ezra Miller isn't going to face any consequences for their actions. We're just supposed to forget. And another one turned around and called the move a shock, with a third joking all of the $220 million budget went towards Ezra Miller's legal fees. Now, just to give you a little bit of a rundown why I'm calling Ezra Miller a disgraced movie star, okay? They have been through a lot of controversies and a lot of dodginess, okay? All starting 3 years ago in 2020 when they were filmed putting their hand around a female fan's neck in Iceland and literally putting them up and slamming them down on the floor. Initially, it was said, oh, it's a joke, but no, it turned out it wasn't a joke at all. 2 years later, Ezra was arrested in Hawaii for disorderly conduct. They pled no contest before paying a $500 fine. They were also arrested for harassment, but those charges were dismissed. More recently, back in August, September time, Ezra Miller was charged with felony burglary in Vermont. While they pleaded not guilty to the burglary charges, they did plead guilty to a misdemeanor unlawful trespass. And so, after all of that, I believe, in terms of how it all went down, Ezra Miller was summoned to Warner Brothers lot, had a word with the bosses there, which then led to Ezra Miller's apology, which we just went through a few moments ago, right? But this is the thing. Is all of this, Ezra Miller's apology, and what they said last night, enough to save the Flash movie? For everyone to forget what happened the last couple of years with all his legal embroilments and everything else in between. And we ain't even got on to Takata Ionize. That's another thing altogether, guys, all right? But is it all enough to save the Flash movie? No. Variety reports The Flash will open on Friday in North America. Now, despite really good, favourable reviews at CinemaCon when it made its debut, and Andy actually was at CinemaCon, saw The Flash, and did his own review, which you can see on Movie World, our sister channel. Early tracking has The Flash earning $70 million in its first weekend. Now, for a $200 million budget film, and for a character as big as The Flash, that ain't good. That's not good at all. And let me put it into further perspective for you guys. I'm going to compare this to a kind of similar film from 2022 that was hyped, that's a big character, that's from Warner Brothers, okay? And that is The Batman, okay? Robert Pattinson's The Batman. That had a similar budget of between $185 to $200 million. And over the first weekend, $129 million at the box office. Compare that to Ezra Miller's $200 million The Flash movie, and it's saying, look, early tracking has it at $70 million, right? That is nearly $60 million less than the big Warner Brothers film of last year, The Batman. So, guys, you tell me, from Ezra Miller's apology last year to them attending the Flash premiere last night and everything that they said then, you've then got the social media outcry of, well, hang on a minute, are we supposed to forgive and forget? I don't think so, right? Is Ezra Miller supposed to go on with their life without any consequences whatsoever for their actions and continue playing the Flash? Okay. To Variety reporting that The Flash early tracking is $70 million on its opening weekend, and compare that to the Batman of nearly $130 million with a similar budget, things are definitely not looking good with Warner Brothers at the moment. And the question then becomes, well, if The Flash underperforms, did they back the wrong horse? Should they have absolutely fired Ezra Miller and just started from scratch, or just canned the film altogether? But with that being said, enough with my gob. It's now time for your gobs. If you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, for Popcorn Planet, of course there's going to be more. Do make sure you subscribe to this channel. Turn that notification bell on so you're notified every time we upload. Like this video and comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories and whatevers. Also, go one step further, become a Popcorn Planeteer today for as little as $5.99 a month, and you get exclusive content from the man himself, Andy Signore. But with that being said, I appreciate you clicking on this video today and hearing me out. Thank you so much for your time. And here you're going to see some more videos that you'll want to clickety-click. Clickety-click.